Oh, welcome to Sonia Podcast. So, recently I was speaking to my doctor because I suffer from migraines. And I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be. I don't have nobody PhD, none of that. But I just think that certain things that the doctor tells us, or certain things that is being told to us for years and years, part of it is true, but I feel like you need to give all the facts of it. So here, let's start with this. So I suffered from migraines for years, for really bad. So my doctor made a joke to me. He said, sex help with migraines. So we were sitting in his office, and he said, well, sex helps with migraines. So I told him, I said, no, that's not true. That's what I said. I said, no, that's not true. So he sat back in his chair and he said, why? I'm the doctor, I'm telling you. I said, because you're not being honest with me. And he says, well, why you think that? I said, because according to y'all, sex relieves stress, right? Y'all have several studies showing that sex relieves stress, reducing the level of cortisol in our bodies, right? Making our hormones happy. Y'all also said sex burn calories, right? This is what y'all tell us. That we can lose from 69 to 100 calories. Y'all also tell us sex improve sleep. Y'all also tell us that sex relieve pains like headaches, menstrual cramps. Y'all also tell us sex can help us with anxiety, right? And you just told me that sex can also help with migraines. So we've been told that, and don't forget that sex can also help with heart conditions, because this is what y'all tell us. So he said, but all of that is true. I said, all of that may be true, but please explain to me, how is that possible when everybody's not good in bed? Y'all, my doctor said he said all the way back. He had this look on his face like, my doctor say, he asked me, he said, what it is you do again? So I said, I have a podcast. It's like public speaking. He said, okay. I said, so come on now, tell me. I'm waiting for you to tell me. So he said, well, as a doctor, I never even really thought about that. I said, so how is it y'all can give us all the good sides of what it can do for the right people, but what happens for the wrong people? So he was like, my doctor is funny. He just kept staring like he was really thinking about it. So here's what I have to say about that. All those things he just said can be true if you have a great partner. But I need the doctors who is predominantly male to stop giving that advice to us. And the reason why, medically it's true. That's true. But you need to say, well, honey, if your spouse or if your partner cannot please you, it's going to cause you stress. It's going to cause those migraines. It's going to cause you to have a freaking heart attack. It's going to cause you to gain weight. It's going to cause you to lose sleep. you need to also say these things instead of just giving us the good side of what sex can do. Because you're not giving us the bad side, because everybody is not good in bed, so we don't get to we don't get to live our life so long where we don't have heart. Because, and I'm speaking personally, if that was so true, half of us wouldn't be sick. People wouldn't be having heart attacks. People wouldn't be going through anxiety. People wouldn't be, I wouldn't suffer from migraines like I do. People wouldn't suffer from insomnia like I do. Like I suffer badly from these things. Like totally. Like after I do these podcasts, I'm gonna have to take a whole mental in August to where y'all not even gonna hear from me, because I need like a mental break so I can get me together, because I lose sleep like crazy. I haven't slept. Last night I got sleep for the very first time because I haven't slept in like 3 days. So you need to tell us the reality. You can tell us all the good parts because y'all are the doctors, and you know y'all got medical studies to prove this. But also tell us the bad part, that everybody ain't good, and sometimes this is what caused these things. And after me expressing that to my doctor, he was like, you have a wonderful day and we're gonna get your migraines under control. I was like, thank you, because I just can't keep allowing people to, even though they have these degrees and these studies to prove this, I just myself, like, why are we all sick? Is this so true? Because believe me, half of us is out here just doing it. We doing it with our husbands. They doing it with their wives. You doing it with whoever you with. And we still dying and having pains. So how is that a fact? And you have these people still in pain, still agony, still all it is. If it can do all these things you said it can do. And for the people that's not and have great partners, and they just great like sexual partners, they can actually say that. But a lot of times that is not the case. So we need the doctors to actually put that part out there, because like y'all said, y'all have science and studies to prove that. But also put the part where it's not true either, if these people are not good in bed. So that was my thoughts on that one. Like, I need the full truth. And because I'm transparent. Like, I need for you to tell me the truth behind everything before. Give me all the good of it. Like, give me the good, but let me know in reality. Because like I said, I'm suffering from these things. And honey, sex life wasn't a problem for me. So I'm like, if all my life the sex life wasn't a problem for me, why is I'm suffering? So it's just really crazy when I heard that, and I have to laugh because if y'all would have saw my doctor's face, it's like he had to really think about what I was actually saying. And then when I made that statement, he had to look like he never even heard this before. Like he just learned something new. But I had to share that with y'all because there is good parts of having sex, and what the doctors say, if you have a great partner, then all these things can happen. But for the rest of the people who know that some of these people is not good in bed, you gonna keep having headaches, your heart gonna still be having problems, you're gonna gain weight, because sex supposed to make you lose weight, but you gonna gain weight. You gonna have aches and pains everywhere. Okay? So we just gonna have to be real with one another. We can't keep sitting here giving these false narratives of why, giving us, it's not even considered false, because part of it's true. It's true, but you're going to have to give us the bad side. It's like the side effects. You know how when you take the medicine they tell you all the good stuff, but then you have to sit there and say, well, is the side effects going to kill me more than the medicine? That's what we need. Is us not having good sex going to kill us more than you telling us that this is going to help us? So we need to know these things. So, yeah. And I'd like to thank you for listening to Sonia Podcast. Please get a 5-star review on Speaker, Spotify, iHeart, Apple, wherever you listen to podcast that you can share. You can comment at sp766@gmail.com. Follow me at SONDIA9795 Instagram, Sonia Sandog on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest. Go to my website, http://podcasters.com/wordpress.com. Follow my son Sounds on Instagram. He have an album out on Spotify, Apple. Follow TJVUCLAIN. She have a book called Black Girl Orange. King Flex on SoundCloud. Female House, a female reform. They have a Pinterest store in New York. And y'all have a blessed night.